Beautiful yogi, welcome to another yoga flow with me. My name is Minnie, and today I have the pleasure to guide you through 30 minutes of a cold power flow, a mix of yoga and Pilates. So if you want, so it's the best of both worlds. Let's begin in child's pose. So whenever you're ready, come onto your knees. Knees a little wider than your hips, big toes connected, and then push your hips over your ears and let that be already your first journey. Literally like feeling and watching how you melt into child's pose. Your forehead can be grounded, your forearms can be grounded in the beginning as well. So your whole body really gets that invite of soften into the floor. Allow your breath to be your guide to the inside world of yours. Feel how every inhale pulls you a little deeper into your body. And with that, into the present moment. How thoughts start to slow down. And this can be a process. There are thoughts that keep on popping up throughout the practice, and that's totally normal and human. And it's actually the beauty of that practice as well. Because whenever we notice that, it's that reminder to come back to our breath, to our being, to the present. And with that, we practice just the act of being present. Fill your belly with another deep breath. Drag that breath up into your heart, into the back of your heart, and then allow your whole body to drop into fall as you exhale. One more here, inhale into the stomach, into the chest, into the back of your heart, exhale. And start to build up a little more tension in your arms. Come onto your fingertips, lift your forearms off the floor. Maybe some doming sensation here underneath your armpits, some doming sensation in the back of your heart. Maybe with that, your hips can even snuggle further down towards your heels, and it feels like that beautiful full body straightening and lengthening. From here, walk then your hands over to the right side of the yoga mat. Place your right hand on top of your left hand. Anchor your hands down and keep on pulling your left outer hip back in space. Stay here for an extra breath, almost as if you're breathing through gills on your left side. Inhale into that side of your body. Exhale out through that side of your body. And then walk your hands over to the opposite side. Right hand now on top of your left hand. Keep on pulling your left outer hip back in space to create that length. Inhale into your right side. Let that breath go. Exhale. And then walk your hands back centered. Staying high on your fingertips. Follow that call of your hands. With a rounded spine, come all the way upwards. And then open the front of the hips, lower your thighs and your hips down towards the floor. You can keep your feet wide as you lower down onto your chest. Bring then your hands off the yoga mat. Again, stay high on your fingertips as if you're pitching a tent. Have your elbows on top of your wrists. Start to drink in that breath from the toes all the way up along your legs, up towards your spine. Lift the ground of your head up high, and with that, feel how your stomach rises up from the floor. With an exhale, dive back down. Inhale, drinking another breath in from the feet all the way up along your legs, as if your legs are energetic straws up along your spine to the very top of the head. Head is the last thing that moves as you surrender back down towards earth. Bring then your hands by your ribs and close your legs towards another. Pull your elbows towards another. Push through hands and knees. Come all the way back and onto your forearms. As you seal your forearms down to the floor, try to have your shoulders underneath your elbows underneath your shoulders. And then tuck your toes under and see if you can come into a forearm plank with me. Maybe you have to reshuffle a little bit on the yoga mat. Beautiful. Staying on your toes, lower your thighs and your hips back down towards the floor. Press the heart through your arms forward, lift the ground of your head up high. Before you move, activate your core from your butt. Draw your navel towards your spine and come back up into a plank on your forearms, maybe even rainbow shaping a little bit like a tiger curl. With an inhale, lower your thighs back down, hips down, push the back of the heart into the front of your heart, arc the heart up towards the sky. Core activation before you move, then float your hips off the floor. So here's already the first flirt for our core exercises. Inhale, with an exhale, firm bum, activate core and float hips. Last one, inhale, lower thighs, hips, push the back of the heart into the front of the heart, lift the ground of your head up high, come into your forearm plank and then stay here. Let your knees come down to the floor, walk your hands underneath your shoulders, Meet me in a tabletop position. Reshuffle if you have to. Widen your sit bones to the back of the room. Let your belly drop. Pull your shoulder heads away from your ears and lift the ground of your head up high. With an exhale, find your cat stretch and round. Let's do that one more time. Widen your sit bones to the back of the room. Pull shoulders away. Lift the ground of your head up high. And with an exhale, round. Find then your neutral in between those two. Tuck your toes under. So we want to create length in our lower back. Tuck that tailbone slightly under. But we want to keep our chest broad and our heart is shining forward. And then float your knees just a centimeter off the floor. Keep on breathing. Don't panic here. Let your core do the work. Know that you have the strength to be here. Can you magnetize your knees towards your wrists as you work your core? Stay with another breath in. Exhale out. And then press up, come into down dog. Keep that keep that stance a little short as you press your hips up high. And then come back into your floating tabletop position. You stay here again for 4 breaths. See if you can still calm your nervous system even though it is really fired up and it works hard here. Feel the cooling effect of your breath. Feel how both energies can exist, heat and the cool, the cold. And then press back up, come once more into that shorter version of your down dog. Then lower both of your knees back down towards the earth and ground. Have your core still active, untuck your left toes and lift your right leg out behind you. Extend your left arm out in front of you. Try not to shift into your left hip. Use your core instead to keep those hips beside each other. Then bring knee and elbow together, round as you pull. With an inhale, extend back out. Exhale, bring knee and elbow together underneath your belly button. Inhale as you extend out. Keep your right knee as high as your hip, bend into your right knee. Reach with your left arm around and catch your right ankle if it's there for you. If that feels okay, start to kick into your hand. Keep both shoulders in alignment beside each other, but start to lift your chest up towards the sky. Stay here for another breath. Exhale out. Extend your right leg out behind you, left arm in front of you, underneath your left shoulder. Then circle that right leg all the way around, so it's in alignment with your left hip. Press back, come into one child's pose. Try to keep that right foot far in front. And then come back out of it. Bring your hands towards your knees at the same time. As you stack your left hip on top of your left knee. Bring your arms over your head. Inhale. Lean over your right leg. Exhale out. Stay here. Breathe into your side body. And then cartwheel with your exhale, your arms all the way over to the left side. And bring your left hand beside your left knee. I'm going to turn around. You can stay as you are. Right arm goes past your ear towards the side of the room. And then float your right leg up high from the sky. Take a breath in with an exhale. Bend your knee and your elbow and bring it together. Buff your hip with an inhale, straighten long. Exhale, bring knee and elbow together. And then straight long. Stretch your whole right side body long before you contract. Go long, inhale. Let's go for one more. Bring knee and elbow together, then stay here. Stay skin on skin if you can. Draw your navel in. Dip your left hip down to the floor and press back up. Keep knee and elbow together. Come back up, beautiful. Let's go for 2 more. One more, left hip down to the floor. Come back up. And then start to extend that right leg again towards the side. Bring both of your hands back in front of your knee. Sit back into child's pose with your right leg extended. Then pull yourself back up high. Lift right leg up behind you. Bend your right knee towards your chest instead of right through between your hands. Tuck your left toes under. Rise with me. Come into a crescent lunge. Inhale. Your pelvis in a neutral position. Exhale. Feel the shape of that pose and see what it does to you. Is there ways that you can make it feel a little more spacious within? Stay for another breath. With an exhale, frame your right foot, sprinkle your hands down to the floor, step your left beside your right, come into forward fold. Soften your knees, sweep arms back and round, come all the way up, stand nice and tall, inhale. Hands down to your heart center, stomach sticky teeth. Let's begin again with a deep breath in, reach towards the sky. So open your arms to the side. Can you lean into your toes as if you're leaning over an edge, over a cliff edge before you go for your deep dive. Come into a half lift, inhale. With an exhale, bend your knees if you have to and plant your palms flat down on the floor. Grip the floor with your fingertips Turn your nook, the inside of your elbows forward, wrap your tricep towards another, come high on your tippy toes, and then place your knees against your tricep. Lean into it, so you don't have to go up into crow pose, just find that shape first, then draw your navel towards your spine and tiger curl. Have your gaze still shifted in front of your fingertips. From here, lift your right heel up, squeeze, hold it for 4, 3, lift with your core, step right foot back down. Let's switch over to the other side, left heel, squeezes into that left hip bone, draw your navel up, hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then reset. Step your right foot all the way to the end of the yoga mat. Right hand on the inside of your left foot, come into easy twist, lift that left arm up towards the sky, inhale, sink a little deeper into it, exhale out. Stay grounded through your left foot, right foot, push down, and with that receive the rebound and come up into twisted crescent lunge. Right arm goes up in front of you, left arm stays level to the floor behind you. Place then your left hand on your right hamstring, turn your right palm upwards and lean back. Stay here for another breath in. Lengthen from the right toes all the way up into your right fingertips. Exhale out. Stay upright through your torso as you spin your arms around. Turn on your right foot, sink right heel down, and be in your warrior two. Again, feeling that shape, feeling the energy that starts to arise with the shape. Warrior energy. Reverse your warrior. Take that breath with you. Inhale. Exhale out. Spin your arms back down. Frame your left foot. Step it all the way back. Come into downward facing. Stay here for a full breath. Feeling the richness that lies within. For your next inhale, start to lift your heels up high. Draw your chin towards your chest, round way forward. Come into high plank, inhale. With or without your knees, find your low plank, exhale. Push forward, baby cobra or full cobra if you feel ready for it. And then keep your knees grounded. Push your hips over your heels and seal your forearms down. You can keep your forearms parallel to the long edge of the yoga mat. For tight shoulders, I would recommend to bring hands together. Tuck your toes under and then come up into a dolphin pose from here. If you feel up for it, feel free to shorten your stance by walking your feet in a little closer towards the elbows. The ground of your head is still lifted off the floor, and our heart keeps on melting towards our thighs like normally in your down dog. Feel a slight external rotation from your thigh bones, so feel how your sit bones are kind of squeezing towards another. Keep on pressing the floor away, your shoulders shrug towards your ears. And then infuse breath again to find the cold amongst the heat we build up. Stay here for one more breath. Exhale. Drop your knees back down to the floor. Come onto your hands, tabletop position. Make sure your spine can fully unfurrow between your hips and your hands. It's your left leg this time that reaches out behind you. Right arm goes all the way out in front of you. Inhale. Exhale, bring knee and elbow together underneath your belly button. Inhale to extend. Remember your head is part of the spine, so don't let your head hang. Keep it graceful. Then from your bend into your left knee, reach with your right arm around. See if you can catch that left foot. Turn your right shoulder back to the front. Kick into your right hand and let your heart shine forward. Stay here for another breath. Let go of your left leg. Right arm circles to the front leg underneath your right shoulder. Turn left leg all the way around. Keep your left knee, left foot in alignment with your right knee, and then sit it back over your right heel. As you come back up, glide your hands towards your knees, straighten the front of the hip, rise up, arms overhead, side gate pose. Bring your left hand down along your left thigh. You can stay as you are, just going to turn around so you can see me better. Stay here for one more breath. And then bring your right hand down, just to the right, beside your right knee. Reach with your left arm an extension overhead. From a strong core, lift that left leg up and away from the floor. Stay here for one breath. With an exhale, bring knee and elbow together. Inhale to extend. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Try to keep your right hip as high as possible as you move into those side crunches. Last one, bring knee and elbow together. Stay here, skin on skin if you can, without letting go. Bring your head down, press back up. Down and up, beautiful. Two more. come down and up. Your last one, lower your hip down, push back up. Stretch your whole body long, just one more time. Drop your left foot back down, bring both of your hands back in front of that right knee, and then sit down into your child's pose. Stretch it up. Round your way up, coming hands in your knees. Lift your left leg off the floor from strength. Rotate it all the way around. Pull it into your chest and then step it through. Tap your right toes under. Float your right knee off the floor. Swipe arms back and around. Come into your crescent lunge. Feel that space within by reaching all direction. Your pelvis in a neutral position. Lengthen your lower back and pull your pubic bone up towards your navel. Stay here for another breath, enjoying it. And then bring your hands down, frame your left foot. Step your right foot beside your left foot and then ends neutral. Soften your knees, sweep your arms back and around to come up nice and tall. Arms overhead, inhale. Hands down to your heart center. Samasthiti. Begin again. Give yourself permission to begin again. Arms up high. Inhale. Open your arms to the side. Slingshot your heart forward. Lean into your toes. And then into that new created length. Start to dive down deep. Come into half lift. Inhale. Maybe walking a step further back so you have a box shape between hands and feet. Drop your palms flat down. Turn the inside of your elbows forward. Pull your tricep towards another. Come high into your toes. Bend in the elbows. Place your knees on top of your tricep. Lean into your fingertips. Keep your gaze shifted forward. Maybe again single, or if you feel up for it, maybe one foot and then the second foot joins in. Keep on lifting those heels up from your core, navel up towards your spine. Stay here for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Step your feet back down. And then step your left foot all the way to the end of the yoga mat. Keep your right foot at the front. Find your low lunge. From your low lunge, lift into an easy twist. Right arm goes on top of your left, and with that, your belly button, your chest spirals over to the right side. Sink a little bit more into your right hip. Keep on putting the right hip back in space. Ground through your feet. Extend from the heel to the knee. And then from here, start to lift your arms up. Left arm rises up in front of you, right arm drops down. Can you twist a little more into that crescent lunge? Stay here for another breath in. And then reverse. Right hand on your left hamstring. Reverse it all the way back. Keep it stretching longer and longer. Stay here for another breath in. Upper body stays upright. Spin your arms and come into your warrior 2. Whew. Drop your shoulders. Find softening in that shape where you can be soft. And pull strength inwards where you need the strength. And then see how those two different energies are really feeding into each other. Harmonizing. Stay here for one more breath. And then reverse your warrior. Left arm down, along your left thigh, right fingertips past your ear. Spin your arms all the way back down. Frame your right foot and step it back. Downward facing dog. Stay here for one breath. Inhale. Let the breath go. Exhale. From your heels begin. Keep your chin tucked. As you undulate your way forward. Come into high plank. Move forward without your knees. Find your low plank. Full vinyasa. Come into baby cobra, full cobra, or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog is where we need. Stay here for an extra breath. Let it go. Connect your big toes at the end of the yoga mat. Press with your left heel into the floor. With that, receive the rebound and start to lift that right leg up without opening through the hips. Keep them square. Pull your right knee across towards your left elbow. Tuck skin on skin, shoulders on top of your wrists. Come back up again. Three-legged down dog. Inhale, hips square. Pull right knee over towards your right elbow. Exhale. Come back up again. Three-legged down dog. Inhale. Let's go across one more time. Find your left elbow. Stay here with me. Squeeze. Extend the right leg over towards the side. Flex your right foot. And then open up into a fallen triangle. Left arm on top of your right. Turn your left heel down. Beautiful. You can just stay here. Or if you have a little bit choose left, start to lean into your right hand, left foot, and float right leg off the floor. Tap it back down and lift. Down and lift. 2 more, you got this. Lift and lift. Ground that right foot back down. Bend your left knee up towards the ceiling and then sit down onto your butt. Then re-straighten your left leg and you will end up in a straddle with your left leg on the yoga mat and your right foot off the yoga mat. Find your sit bones, maybe pull that sit flesh apart. Lift with your arms up, an extension of your shoulders, and then come into your forward fold, your exhale out. So it's not so much about getting close to the floor. I rather would have you to work on that external rotation through your thighs. So knees and toes are facing up the way. And still some sort of lengthening in your lower back. And if this is all given fat, then maybe the forehead and the chest eventually will ground as well. Stay here for 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale out. Then come back up again, sitting nice and tall. Inhale. Scoop your right hand underneath your right knee. Bring it with you and come into a seated position. Stepping the right foot on the inside of the left knee. So you have the room flipped now. Beautiful. Create a bit of a bigger gap between right heel and right sit bone. Free your hands, come into your C curve. So we want to tuck our tablet under, we want to create as many rolls as possible on our stomach. And then from here, float that left leg up. Take a breath in, with an exhale, lower it down. Lift it up and down. All the way up, and down. So knees are meeting beside each other. Nice. Give me 1 more here, all the way up. Stay here. Keep your knees together. Maybe even squeeze them into each other. From here, curve even more to come all the way down. Knees don't go apart. Swipe your arms over your head. Inhale. With control, so not so much with momentum. Can you pick yourself back up again, keeping those knees together? Come back down again. Swipe your arms over your head. Inhale. Change your chest and roll up again. Beautiful. 2 more like so. Round, like a croissant. Who doesn't love croissants, right? Almond croissants, my favorite. So be my favorite almond croissant as you roll back up. And then it's our last one. Come all the way down. Bring your arms over your head. Keep those knees together. Round your way up. Well done. And drop your left leg down to the floor. Drop that right knee over to the right side. And from here, just follow and come with me again into a downward facing dog. Stay here for 1 breath. In. Exhale out. Lift your heels up high. Throw your chin towards your chest. Round your way forward. Come into high plank. Stay here with me. Shoulders on top of your wrists. Press those heels away. And don't let your pelvis spill forward. I want you to work your core. So you want to do the opposite. Pull your sit bones towards your heels. And lift the front of the hip up towards your wrists. From here we work. Come down onto your right foot. On your left foot. Push forward over your thumbs and back. Over your thumbs and back. Over your thumbs and back. Come onto your hands. Beautiful. Then from your shoulders over your fingertips and back. Shoulders over your fingertips and back. Still no bum poking up towards the ceiling. Last one. Beautiful. Come onto your left forearm first. Onto your right forearm. Let's go. Chin over your thumbs and back. Over your thumbs and back. 2 more. Oof, last one. Good news. From here, lower thighs and knees down, hips down. Come into Sphinx pose. Stretch the front of your hips long. Stay here for 1 more breath. With an exhale, let your chest come down to the floor. Bring your hands by your hips. Push back into down dog with your knees if you want. Or come with me through strength. Tuck your toes under. Pull your elbows towards another floor distance off the floor. Stiff as a board. Press up. And then round and undulate and arch your head back into down dog. Connect the big toes at the end of the yoga mat. Press your right heel down, lift your left leg up. Inhale. Pull your left knee over and across to your right elbow, skin. 3-legged down dog. Inhale. Find your left elbow. Exhale out. Come back up again. 3-legged down dog. Inhale. Come across to your right elbow. Squeeze and hold. Step left leg over to the side, turn your right heel down, free your right arm. Falling triangle, just working here and holding is a good workout. If you want to have a little more, lean into your left arm, right foot. Let's lift left leg up and down, up and down. Let's go for another 2. You got this. Enjoy the burn. Last one. Wonderful. Ground your left foot back down. Turn your right knee up and then sit down onto your mat. Bring both of your legs straight. One leg is on the yoga mat, left leg is off the yoga mat. Sit nice and tall, shoulders really in alignment with your hips. Bring your arms over your head, inhale. Then turn it just slightly open to the left side so you can come into a side bend over your right leg. Stay here for another 2 breaths. One more breath. Find your way back up. Turn your chest slightly over your right leg, lean over your left leg. Inhale and exhale. 2 more in. Melt over your left leg. Last one. Pull the shoulders back on top of your hips. Scoop your left hand underneath your left knee and come all the way around. Nice. And have your hands beside your knees. Find your C curve, find your crosshold. Right leg goes up and down. So it's not just a strengthening exercise. We actually want to push past that point that feels comfortable for us and it turns into a stretch as well. All the way up, back down. Let's go for one more. Lift up high and then place those knees beside each other. Perfect. Squeeze them hard into each other. Take a breath in. With an exhale, start to roll your way down. Bring your arms over your head. Inhale. Without letting those knees come up high. Start to roll up with little momentum, maybe even no momentum at all. Round back down. Swipe your arms over your head. Inhale. And then round your way up. Exhale. Let's go for 2 more. Find your way back down. Open your arms over your head. Inhale. Roll your way up. Exhale. And come back down. Last one. Make it your best one. Arms over your head. In. Exhale. And then let's come down just one more time. Good news, you can stay here now. Bring both of your knees into your chest. Give yourself a cuddle. Rock from side to side. And allow your spine to unfurrow. And open your legs again into tabletop position. Bring your arms to left, right, outside, and then let both of your legs come over to the right side. If you want, place your right hand on your knees, turn your left palm upwards, and turn your gaze into your left hand. Feel how your breath still finds its way throughout all the twists and the rings into the depth, to the very tailbone, to the very end of it. Release your bind, pick your legs up, bring them over to your left side. Right arm reaches long, right shoulder blade begins to ground. Shift your gaze into your right hand, maybe behind closed eyes. Stay for another breath. One more. And then again, let's bring both knees up into our chest. Step your feet down. You can keep your knees bent for a little longer until your body feels ready to fully open. Maybe you are ready for it straight away. So even for those playful flows where we mix yoga and Pilates, we still want to allow our body to tap into the afterflow. Give our body some time to watch everything that happened, to let all that stir up settle, and just to spend some time with ourselves. Allowing answers to arise, maybe to question we didn't even know we had. Or maybe it's simply just being here, fully in tune with ourselves, riding the wave of our frequency, and just enjoying to be. Maybe stay here for a little longer before you close your practice. I let you be. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks so much for sharing your energy through the screen. I definitely felt it, and I hope to see you soon again. Namaste.